Hey Stella, seriously, what hit the internet this morning? I mean, it just felt like half the web, just went totally dark, like completely out. I was so confused, right?
Oh, absolutely, Alex. I woke up and my usual routine of checking a few sites, well, it was a complete mess. Turns out it was a pretty significant Amazon Web Services, or AWS, for short, outage. Started super early, just after midnight PDT in their main US East 1 region in Northern Virginia. It took down so many big names right off the bat. It was a massive, massive deal.
Wow, so it wasn't just me then. I was trying to hop on Disney Plus for a bit before work, and literally nothing. Totally blank. Down Detector was just absolutely blowing up too, with reports about Amazon, Snapchat, Reddit, even Canva. All these services we totally rely on every single day. Crazy.
Exactly. And it wasn't just those. Lyft, the McDonald's app, even the New York Times, Ring, Robinhood, Venmo. I mean, the list just goes on. Even some pretty critical government websites in the UK, like gov.uk, were having issues. It really just underscores how much of our digital world, literally runs on this one massive underlying infrastructure.
So, what actually happened, Stella? Like, was it a cyber attack or something more technical? Because it sounds like it was a pretty deep cut, affecting so many different services all at once. What was the root cause of all this?
Good question, Alex. Initially, you'd think, oh, it's got to be a hack, right? But AWS actually cited an operational issue affecting multiple services. What they pinpointed was DNS problems with DynamoDB. For folks who aren't super tech savvy, DNS, or Domain Name System, is basically like the internet's phone book. It translates website names into IP addresses. And DynamoDB is their database service that underpins a ton of other AWS applications. So when that sneezes, everyone else catches a cold, literally. It really looks like a technical fault, not an attack.
Oh, that makes so much sense. So it wasn't the database itself failing, but rather the system that tells other systems where to find their data. That's pretty crucial. And it affected over 70 of their own services too, which is just wild. It really highlights how interconnected everything is when it comes to these cloud providers, doesn't it?
Totally. And they were working on multiple parallel paths to accelerate recovery, which sounds pretty intense. Thankfully, by 3:35 a.m. PDT, they said the issue was fully mitigated and most operations were succeeding normally. But still, the impact was huge, with major companies from Coinbase to United Airlines reporting issues. It just shows how vulnerable we are when one piece of that massive puzzle goes sideways.
This isn't the first time we've seen something like this, is it? I vaguely remember another big one earlier last year that caused chaos with Microsoft Windows systems. It feels like these massive centralized cloud services are like a double-edged sword, super efficient, but when they go down, wow, they really go down.
You're absolutely right, Alex. Last July, a faulty software upgrade by CrowdStrike, a cybersecurity firm, actually caused a huge outage, grounding flights, affecting hospitals, banks. It was a mess. This AWS incident, though, it seems purely technical, is yet another really stark reminder that our global technology infrastructure is, incredibly fragile. Mike Chappell, an IT professor, put it perfectly. DynamoDB isn't a term that most consumers know, but it is one of the record keepers of the modern internet.
So basically, we're all really dependent on just a handful of these massive cloud service providers, Amazon, Microsoft, and Google. It's almost like when one of them sneezes, the whole internet just catches a cold, right? What should businesses be doing to protect themselves from future incidents like this?
Precisely. Rob Jardin from 9VPN, a cybersecurity company, emphasized that cybersecurity isn't only about defending against threats, it's also about resilience. Businesses, they really need to plan for technical failures as seriously as they do for cyber attacks. That means like redundancy, backup systems, and adopting multi-cloud strategies. It's not just about preventing attacks anymore. It's about being able to keep services running when the totally unexpected happens. It's crucial for staying afloat.
That's some excellent advice, Stella. It really makes you think about our digital reliance. And on that note, to all our listeners, make sure to visit franksworld.com to stay on top of the latest in tech news and keep your digital life